We want to see more of these guys. Hey, I'm Emily from MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 male Disney characters that deserve their own spin-off.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we're looking at 10 male Disney characters, villains, love interests, sidekicks, you name it, whose stories we want to hear.
Number 10. Hector, Coco. Hector was the breakout character of Coco thanks to his charming personality and tragic backstory.
She's forgetting me.
Who?
My daughter.
Luckily, this backstory provided enough information that we don't need a spin-off concerning Hector's time as a touring musician. Rather, we would love to see his initial days in the land of the dead. It would be very interesting to see him coming to terms with his death and betrayal at the hands of Ernesto, and attempting to cross over into the land of the living. We'd also love to see how he devolved from a charming family man into the conniving con artist that he is in death.
Falsifying a unibrow?
That's illegal?
Very illegal. You need to clean up your act, amigo.
Amigo? Oh, that's so nice.
Plus, we just want to hang out with Hector for a couple more hours. Number 9. Ray, the Princess and the Frog.
That's no better yet.
One of the defining characteristics of Ray is his love for the evening star, whom he calls Evangeline.
Look how she lights up the sky. My belle Evangeline.
While we're originally led to believe that this star is nothing but a normal everyday star, we later find out that fireflies become stars when they die. This implies that Evangeline was once Ray's firefly companion, and their cosmic reunion at the end of the film is both touching and joyful. Unfortunately, we don't really know a whole lot about their relationship, how they met, what she was like, and how they lived as a doting firefly couple. We need that information, Disney. Well, we suppose we don't need it, but it would be nice. Either that, or more of Lewis's music. Number 8. Fred, Big Hero 6.
This guy, right here. Don't be alarmed. It is just a suit.
Fred may seem like nothing more than the stereotypical slacker sidekick at first, but there's so much more to his character. He has an intense love for comic books and similar nerdy hobbies, and this knowledge helps him in his various pursuits. His parents are also incredibly wealthy, and his father is a retired superhero. As you can imagine, this revelation comes to great surprise and joy for Fred, who embraced his heroic father. We would love to see Fred honoring his father's legacy, and possibly even taking the mantle as Boss Awesome. Give Fred his own superhero movie, and we here at MsMojo will be very, very happy.
Fred's Angels, Fred's Angels, harnessing the power of the sun with the ancient amulet they found in the attic.
Number 7. Kristoff and Sven, Frozone. Kristoff and Sven make for one of the greatest Disney bromances. These two have been together since they were young, with Kristoff raising Sven like a younger brother. The Iceman even provides a goofy, yet surprisingly accurate voice for the reindeer.
What do you want, Sven?
Give me a snack,
What's the magic word?
please.
It's also clear that Kristoff has grown to love Sven on a very deep level, proclaiming that reindeers are better than people.
Yeah, people will beat you and curse you and cheat you. Every one of them's bad, except you.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
It'd be very interesting to see their adventures and to witness Kristoff's gradual dislike for and alienation from human society. It could be one part buddy comedy, one part introspective character piece. Number 6. Nick Wilde, Zootopia.
And I'm not the liar. He is.
Due to the traumatic muzzle incident in his childhood, Nick presented himself as a vile predator and became a con artist, partnering up with the fennec fox Finnick. Say that 5 times fast. It was loads of fun seeing their popsicle scheme, and we would love to see more of their cons and to dig deeper into their relationship. We also know that Nick briefly worked for the crime boss Mr. Big, which of course has loads of story potential. We can see why Disney wouldn't want to do a Godfather-esque crime drama with Nick and Mr. Big, but hey, it would make for a cool story.
A skunk butt rug. You disrespected me. You disrespected my grandmama, who I buried in that skunk butt rug.
Yeah, we know the ending. But who doesn't want to see the infamous skunk butt rug? Number 5. Scar, the Lion King.
Oh, I shall practice my curtsy.
Scar is one of the most infamous villains in the Disney pantheon thanks to his tyrannical behavior and murdering Mufasa on screen. But who doesn't love a good villain origin story? After all, we assume Scar wasn't born as a murderous, greedy, and envious psychopath. What happened in his childhood that led him down that particularly dark path?
Shall never be king. And you shall never see the light of another day.
Surely it wasn't just because he was passed over as king. It could be interesting to see the Lion King from his point of view. We could see his scheming, his motivations, and his time as king while Simba was away. Plus, we would get to see more of the hyenas, and who wouldn't want that? Number 4. Maui, Moana.
Yes, it's really me, it's Maui. Breathe it in.
Maui was born to human parents, but was heartlessly thrown into the ocean, where he was found and raised by the gods. A Maui spin-off could cover the relationship between a baby human and the gods, their interactions, and Maui's upbringing and training as a demigod. Surely that wasn't easy to get used to. We also know that Maui performed incredible feats like raising islands from the sea and stealing fire from the pits of the earth. And he seems to have a long history with Tamatoa.
When the nights got cold, who stole you fire from down below? You're looking at him, yo.
We don't know how Disney could pull it off, but gods, demigods, the creation of modern Earth, and battles against a giant coconut crab would make for one hell of a story. Number 3. Mushu, Mulan. You just can't go wrong with Eddie Murphy.
Make a note of this. Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow.
Stop. I'm sorry.
Not only would a Mushu spin-off provide us with more wonderful Eddie Murphy wackiness, it would add complexity to a goofy character known primarily for his comic relief. Luckily, Mulan comes equipped with an established backstory for the dragon. He was the guardian spirit for the Fa family, but was demoted after the family member he was protecting, Fa Deng, was decapitated.
You had your chance to protect the Fa family.
Your misguidance led Fa Deng to disaster.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
There's the whole spin-off right there. Sure, it would be quite tragic due to Fa Deng's violent death and Mushu's downfall, but at the same time, more Mushu. Plus, it's not as if Disney hasn't done tragedy before. Number 2. Lucius Best, also known as Frozone, The Incredibles and Incredibles 2.
That's alright with me. I'm good.
Sometimes an actor is just so good that we'll watch them in anything. This is the case for Eddie Murphy, and it's certainly the case for Samuel L. Jackson. Jackson plays Frozone, the ice-spewing friend and occasional partner of the Parr family. But it's not just Jackson's presence that warrants a spin-off. There's a lot of great material to be mined from the Frozone character. He's a superhero with his own stories to tell, and his relationship with Honey is one of the series' most popular elements, even if literally nothing is known about them.
Where is my super suit?
Put it away.
Where?
Why do you need to know?
I need it.
Pixar could risk overexposing Frozone and his personal life with a spin-off, but this is Pixar we're talking about. They know what they're doing.
Who do you think number 1's gonna be? A sidekick? A villain? A love interest? I took a peek and it's a really good choice and I'm already getting ideas. But first, let's take a look at some honorable mentions.
What are you eating?
I don't really know. I think it was some sort of wrapper once.
I think he'll be all right. Don't you, Figaro?
Kyle, I've been looking for you everywhere.
Oh, what a coincidence, Lawrence. I have been avoiding you everywhere.
You leave town for a couple of decades and they change everything. Excuse me, gentlemen. I'm looking for the Palace of Justice. Would you...
Unfortunately, he's also a lazy coward. But makes great sandwiches.
Ham or tuna?
Number 1. Hades, Hercules. If there's one character in the entire Disney pantheon that deserves their own spin-off, it's Hades. For one thing, it's freaking Hades. There are a myriad number of stories that can be told involving him and the underworld, be it Disney originals or ones based on established Greek mythology.
I know, I got it. I got the concept.
Not only would these stories be entertaining, but they would educate young viewers on history and ancient cultures. He's also a very charismatic and entertaining character thanks to James Woods' brilliant vocal performance. And we don't think anyone would say no to more Hades wackiness.
See, I've got this major deal in the works, a real estate venture, if you will. And Herc, you little W, may I call you Herc? You seem to be constantly getting in the way of it.
You've got the wrong guy.
Jimmy, you little...
He's the brilliant combination of amusing and interesting. And we absolutely need more stories involving him, the gods, and his evil posse of minions.
Where is my supersuit? I'm so sorry I got too excited. Now, which entry got you the most excited? Hit that like button, subscribe to MsMojo, and as always, ring the bell.